But guess who else made a cameo appearance on the show? None other than Alex Jones. Arrgh! You know that guy? He's the guy that's gonna combat the New World Order and do a lot of great things for humanity. You know, he's knight in shining armor. He's gonna save us from the dark side, from the dark forces, the evil empire. And let me just say something. There are people in government that are corrupt, and they're gonna do shit, and they're gonna do a lot of shit against the American people. And believe me, I've read many stories, reports, everything that we can find on government corruption. You'll find people in government in positions of power trying to do shit. But the beauty about this country is we're able to catch them. Sometimes. Not all the time. Some of them get away with it. I don't want to name names right now, but, you might have a name, a famous name in mind. In the past presidential administrations in the White House. But, yeah, I agree sometimes with Alex Jones. But here's the problem with Alex Jones is that he goes off into these tirades and yells and screams and then says that everybody in government is a pedophile and all this bullshit. I mean, what he does is he presents the evidence. Some evidence, not all of it. Sometimes you're going to have to look for the evidence yourself as a listener. And I'm not really an Alex Jones listener. It just gets tiring listening to this guy. It's getting, and to a point, it gets boring. There's nothing really working there, Just a guy with a megaphone. And it's kind of funny that he's against globalists, what he calls globalists, or what I call the controllers, the Wall Street robber barons, the controllers of the country, the Club 400. I have various names for them, but he calls them globalists. And the thing is that his definition of what a globalist is pretty strange, because he says, I think for him, anybody that is not like him, right, that doesn't think like him, is a globalist. Well, somebody that has money, okay, somebody that has a lot of money and is not like him. It's basically a globalist, somebody that contributes money to charity. It's a globalist. But what's really strange also is that he came out, remember, some of you may have recalled, that Alex Jones came out and, why are you people attacking Chick-fil-A? The whole Chick-fil-A anti-gay fiasco. So he sided with Chick-fil-A. And you might say, well, what's the problem with that? Well, the problem is that this guy's fighting the New World Order. He's fighting the globalist. And the family that controls Chick-fil-A, who owns it, they're globalists. I mean, this guy's totally unbelievable. Oh, but they're Christian. That's different. A Christian can be a globalist. He can be a good globalist. And, let me just say this about Alex. Alex totally sold you out. He's a total backstabber. He sold you out, for those of you who listen to. And I don't know why you should listen to that guy. It gets tiring. He fucking yells into your ear. And that's how you're going to convince people, by yelling at people, by saying, oh, no, if you're not with me, you're a Satanist. But Alex Jones, what he did was he sold you out. He sold you out to the Republican Party and all of his cult-like followers. I'll say that. Cult-like followers. All of you got betrayed. The greatest betrayal in American politics is probably that of Alex Jones and Ron Paul. And the reason being is because Ron Paul promised that he was going to be totally different, that he was going to get the establishment, that he was going to stop the wars, right? Well, what ended up happening in the primaries of the Republican Party? Well, he siphoned off, he took a lot of votes, right, to prevent Frothy Santorum from winning. That would have been a really interesting election, by the way. A really interesting race. But Ron Paul made it possible for Mitt Romney to get elected or to get nominated by the Republican Party. Let me just say that. And as evidence, I point out to Virginia. When the primary was in Virginia, the only two people on the ballot were Ron Paul and Mitt Romney. Now, if you're Ron Paul, if you're trying to win this thing, you guys, okay, we have to win one of these states. I mean, that's what he said, right? We'll win one of these states. Ooh, gold, gold, gold. We're going to win. So, all right. You're going to win one of these states and have some delegates? Well, what ended up happening? He didn't campaign in Virginia, and he had an opportunity to totally destroy Mitt Romney because people in Virginia, Republicans in Virginia, they didn't want Mitt Romney. They hated him. But Ron Paul didn't campaign at all in Virginia, and I just want to point that out. And that seems strange. But when Frothy Santorum was getting all uppity in Michigan, that's when he got into action, Ron Paul. And notice during the primaries, he never attacked Mitt Romney as much. He attacked Frothy Santorum and Rick Perry. I'm not saying that these people are wonderful. God ugly gargoyles and totally evil people. I'll say that for sure. And I know why Alex is doing this and why. And he's saying, "Oh, support Ron Paul, support Ron Paul." And what ended up happening is by supporting Ron Paul, you helped Romney get the nomination. And then he said, the other day, he said, "Oh, the Republican Party is pro-family." Really? Pro-family? You gotta be kidding me. These are the same people that want to take away benefits from families, like WIC, Head Start. Oh, really? You don't really care about the security of families who are in need. You don't care about that. Oh, but you're pro-family. Oh, you're so pro-family, you dumb prick. And he says, at least the Republican Party is pro-family, pro-gun, and anti-abortion. Like, if that's, how is that going to cut it? How is that really going to fix the problems of America? And he knows what the problems are, but he hates to admit the problems. He goes, I know what the problems are. We need to get the Federal Reserve. Yeah. And do what with the Federal Reserve, dummy? He doesn't even know. He doesn't provide any solutions to what's going on in the economy. And then he basically, and what I know and what I understood and what I got from people who are around Alex Jones, who I talk to, they tell me he's in for the Republican Party. He's in for he was in it for Romney. That's what I know. And he tried to really get his cult followers to believe in it, to subconsciously support Romney and the Republican Party, because he was saying really, he was supporting the Republican Party. He was saying, oh, they're better than the Democrats. Oh, this is crap, and supporting all these things that the Republican Party supports, which is what? Destruction of the social safety net and infrastructure, destruction of a way of life, destruction of the American system, destruction of Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. That's what he wants. I mean, that's the greatest betrayal, that somebody will say, look, I'm going to help you by taking away your benefits. Really? That's really a lot of good help? Oh, yes, it is. I don't know. I mean, a lot of you cult followers of Alex Jones, you have to figure that out on why he's supporting the Republican Party so much. And why he was a Romney cheerleader. Secretly. He can say, no, I'm independent. I'm libertarian. And support the libertarian candidate. And he did not. He refused to support Gary Johnson. What a dumb fuck. People who believe him, like, you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee. By the way, did you buy those survival seeds from his website? Make him a lot of money? Huh? Was that good? Were those good survival seeds? Oh, I like it when he does those commercials during his show, selling that gravity-fed water filtration system, something like that, some water filter. Look at this water filter. It's great. I will promote this, and you can buy it for $99.99, and it save you in case the globalists come in and take away your guns and bullshit. You know what he is? He's fear porn. And let me tell you this: there are a lot of things that are true. That some things that he say are true, and we need to investigate them. And journalists need to get on their feet and really try to figure out what's going on, and solve those issues, and bring those issues to light, and hold certain politicians accountable. But this guy's not doing that. He's just yelling and screaming, and then at the end of his yelling rants and all that, he says, "Buy my water filtration system. Buy my survival seeds." In case Obama and FEMA comes in and yeah, there are problems with FEMA. There are always going to be problems with federal agencies. We have to fix those problems. But you don't fix those problems by destroying them. I mean, some of these agencies are needed for various situations. I understand that. I understand there are cockroaches in your home. But you don't fix the cockroach problem by blowing up your damn house. It's simple as that. Oh, and then he always touts and gloats about the Drudge Report. What the fuck is that about? Drudge was in it for Mitt Romney. He was all exposed. I knew that from the beginning, that closet homo, that closet case, Matt Drudge, he was in it for Mitt Romney all the time. He's a Mormon sympathizer. Oh, and I love it. I love it when Drudge Report links to our site. And Drudge Report was in it for Romney, and he that's another clear evidence of what Alex Jones' intentions really are, if he's aligning himself with somebody like that. And the reason why they get, you might ask yourself, well, how does Drudge always link? Because Drudge was never really like this before. I mean, there were a few instances, but they're always, Drudge Report always had these, really interesting articles linked up. That's why people were reading it. But then he got really, really political this time around. 2012 was really political. There were too many political articles there. So, but he was, Drudge, he was masturbating to Drudge Report. It's like his own little porno magazine. But the thing is, you have to figure out is, how does Drudge know what to link and when to link? Well, I think what happens is that many of the cult followers of Infowars, they're the ones who submit the articles to Drudge, and Drudge reads it and he's like, oh. But if you're really consistent with what you believe in, Alex, if you're anti-globalist, you should be very careful of who you align yourself with and who you praise and who you masturbate to. Oh yeah, Drudge Report. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Anyway, just letting you all know, it's up to you to decide. I'm not, I know who Alex Jones is. I have an idea, and I'm not really that enthusiastic. I'm not really. So, anyway.